Yo, good day and welcome to another episode of the RoadFS Podcast. Rod and I have a new streaming application platform, so we're trying to figure it out. So if it was a little bumpy, we apologize. So we are super excited. It is a beautiful Thursday. Had 4th of July. Nobody blew their fingers off.
Still got them all.
You got your leg? That's
He
awesome.
burned his leg.
Oh, dude, really?
2 times.
Oh, wow. So let's make an introduction. So we have guests. We have Josh, Petro, and Kowen. So, you know, Josh, he's from the Rag Company. And, you know, before we got on air, I'm surprised because Josh actually said this is his first podcast. So what's up, Dane and Levi?
Well, we needed to know if there's a reason he's not on the podcast. We should have known that before, because now he's here and it's too late. We're live.
Way too late now.
It's way too late.
The cat is out of the bag.
Well, and I wonder if it goes back to something Kowen did right before he went on. He was rubbing your head and he goes, Megamind. I about died laughing. So
That's good. That's good.
So, yeah. So who are you, by the way?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still Rod. So, yeah, hopefully you're seeing our podcast. And again, podcast RoadFS is always the main sponsor. We are the official software of Air Force One, which is next week. And it's the 20th anniversary of that event. We're really proud of what we've done and how we've been able to be there for that event over the last several years. You'll be seeing some posts out there of soon. And next week we'll be live. And then we'll be right back to your regular scheduled program. So, but today we have Josh and Kowen, and there's a reason we have Kowen here. And it's not just because he's trying to keep Josh in line.
Well, that does happen occasionally, though.
Well, good morning, Kowen. How are you, buddy?
Good.
So you are the star of this show, actually. So a couple weeks ago, I was perusing Facebook and social media as I do, and your dad posted a bunch of really cool shots of you racing go-karts.
You did.
I did.
You did. He told on you.
You said you only took 1 photo.
Well, I think Dane had something to do with it, too. He gave me a bunch of videos, and then I posted those because Dane and Jeff and Carolyn came out and watched you. So
I saw your phone and I only saw 1 photo.
So where do you race at, Kowen?
Kart, Idaho.
you want to tell them where that's at?
Where is it?
Mhm.
So Kart Idaho's track out by Firebird Raceway off Highway 16 on the way to Emmett.
Oh,
So-
cool. It's out there. I was
Yeah.
wondering where it
So
was.
it's actually it's off Chaparral Road, just kind of kitty corner to Firebird. You kind of
Okay.
take a little road and it weaves back in, and next thing you know, there's just huge go-kart track on your left with huge parking lot and really great facility. So
It's in the middle of nowhere.
it is kind of in the middle of nowhere. There's cows around and everything. So
So how fast are you going in these go-karts?
Like 60 top.
Oh, you're moving.
oh yeah,
It's not like one of those little putt-putt ones we used to build and push
No,
each other around.
nothing like that.
I mean, the go-kart I had as a kid was made out of wood frames and little wheels on the side. And then we got up to the top of the hill and we pushed each other as fast as we could all the way to the end.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of crazy how we came about it. So Cohen's always done, his brother's always done a lot of sports and stuff, and he's a tremendous athlete. Kowen kind of tried picking up soccer, picking up t-ball, just different stuff, and didn't quite find his niche. So he had a friend who is
Slade Benish.
Slade,
Benish,
shout out.
that has been racing out there, and his dad actually is a spotter for NASCAR. So obviously his son's going to be a racer, and
Whoa, that's
So-
fun.
he's into that stuff. So Slade's mom one time said, "Why doesn't Kowen come out and try this go-karting thing?" So we're like, okay. So we went out, gave it a try. He got in a rental cart. We watched Slade race a little bit, and Travis out at Kart Idaho, who's been awesome and helping us out and getting stuff, getting Kowen into the sport and getting us up into it, because I'm very new to the whole thing too. But put him in a cart, let him run a few times, and Kowen came up to me and said, "Dad, I think I found my home."
Oh,
So-
that's awesome.
Good.
Absolutely fell in love with the sport, the speed. He's always been into racing, and he's done the fast lane and K1 and the indoor stuff
Yeah.
for a while. But this is a whole new realm compared to the indoor stuff. So
It's not fast enough.
Yeah,
Yeah, you run
It's
out
not
of gears.
fast
Huh?
enough.
Yeah.
So tell us what in your cart. So what is the cart? What is it? What's the engine in your cart?
206 cc.
No, it's a V12.
No, it's not a
So you said it's a Viper.
Yeah.
So we stripped the Viper down, threw the motor in the back of a go kart, and then
That's
threw a 10-year-old in it.
That's you in
Nothing
2
bad
years,
can happen
right?
at all.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
Yeah,
We'll
it
get
shows
there. Okay.
So
you wanna
yeah, no,
your
show
suit?
us. It's
Okay.
exciting.
So
Bring it up.
this is the full. Is this a fire suit or?
It's not a fire suit. It's more an abrasion suit. But it does have a small fire rating to it. So
Sponsored by
sponsored
the Rag
by
Company.
the Rag
Yeah,
Company.
the crazy
Nice.
thing, yeah. So that was kind of a thing. So once we kind of got into it, found out that this was going to be Kowen's thing. We actually bought his friend Slade's old cart from him.
Okay.
And kind of picked up that, and so we started going with that, and he started doing really well. So we asked our good friends at the Rag Company, who I might have an in with, or
You
Yeah.
might have, an
might have
in.
somebody to talk to over there, but they graciously helped us out with the suit and some of his gear, and we branded it up for him. So he's representing the Rag Company out there all the time, which is really cool.
That's super
So
awesome.
That's really cool.
Towel.
Not selling towels, but we're
Giving
giving
out
towels
free
away.
towels,
Yeah, absolutely.
Stickers.
So like you're becoming a little brand ambassador.
I'm-
You're being sponsored by the Rag Company. I mean, next thing you know, you're gonna have like RoadFS, you're gonna have Flex, you're gonna have
We also-
everybody else.
yeah,
I
who
work at
else?
the Rack.
Who else?
Sticker Mafia.
Sticker Mafia.
There
Yeah,
you go.
John
That's
Francie
awesome.
over at Sticker Mafia is hooking us up. He's wrapping the cart for us. He's helping out with the trailer.
That's super fun.
So
Wow, that's awesome.
I pretty much work at the Rack Company.
yeah,
well,
what do you do?
Not yet, but he's just a brand ambassador. He considers that work.
Well,
There
you
you
know
go.
what? You got to look good. You
Yeah.
got to drive fast. You got to represent. So, what's your favorite thing about karting?
Just having fun and practicing and enjoying new tracks.
Cool.
What about all the people out there?
People are really nice. And
It's just a good environment, huh?
yeah,
Yeah, a lot of great people out there. I mean, especially with us coming into it, not knowing anything about go-karting, everybody's been awesome on trying to help us out. And, if we have questions, they're right there. For part breaks, they're like, hey, let me see if I have one of those.
Yeah.
So it's just,
That's fun.
It's, a
It's
really
just like
good
regular
environment.
racing,
Yeah.
which is the same thing. So tell everybody how old you are.
I am 9. My birthday is on July 27th.
Oh, coming up.
And have any brothers, sisters, dogs, cats?
I have a turtle, Thunder. My brother has 2 geckos, Gilbert and Spot. And then I have a dog named Oakley. And then Can is a brat.
There you go. So you got a brother.
If
So
you're watching, Caden, that was for you, buddy.
that's right.
I
So-
think you
He'll see
called.
it.
I think you called them said something about him in the basement or.
Yeah, he's a psychopath in the basement.
Yeah, we only let him out a week. So I got to tell you a story about my dad, who's about to turn 80 years old. He, when they were kids, he told his brother that he was adopted for 2 years. His brother believed he was adopted for 2 years. So if you think you torture your brother,
Oh no, I can go with that. So I did the same thing to my younger sister. Before she could read, I'd pull documents out of my parents' dresser and be like, "See, this says you're adopted." And we still talk about this day. And she's just like, "You were cruel," and I was like, "I was."
so he
I
told
like
his
that.
he told his
I
brothers
like
to adopt
that.
because he had different color hair. So there's 3 of them. 2 of them had blonde hair. He had dark brown hair. So he told his adopted.
Same with my sister. She had like a dirty blonde, brownish hair, and everybody else had black hair in my family. So
That's
You
super
have
fun.
no hair.
yeah, not anymore. I don't have any.
He
hair.
wore it off. It's us. It's a Mega Minds. We wear our hair off.
Yeah.
So you work at the Rag Company, and so are you going to be a detailer too?
I don't know. Maybe just like a sponsored racer of the Rack Company.
That's what
That's what we're talking about.
The future Mario Andretti, right? Representing the Rag Company. So is Dad letting you drive his car yet?
I keep asking. He lets me like steer it sometimes, but not the pedals yet.
Uh-huh.
Not quite full on driving yet, but he drives the razors and the motorcycles up at the cabin, and So
There you go.
four-wheelers, all that fun
Yeah,
stuff.
I let my daughter, I think when she was 12, maybe 13, drive my pickup, and she put it through my neighbor's fence. So,
Yeah.
Oh wow,
you know.
that's fun. So what has there been anything that's been challenging about go-karting, or has it just been easy for you?
It's been kind of hard because like if someone spins out in front of you, you have to like figure out a way to go in front of them.
You can't just run over them.
I wish it was like a video game where you just go right through them.
Yeah, no, a little bit more etiquette. On
You like
the
a train
track.
and have one of those plows on the
Yeah.
front, and you just move them out of the
Just
way.
move 'em
Yeah,
out of the
your
way.
brain has to think very fast when
Oh,
someone
yeah.
wrecks in front of you.
Well, especially at 60 miles an hour. I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty impressive. 9 years
Well,
old,
Yep.
running a track at 60 miles an hour. That's saying something about your skills. And I noticed from your dad's post that you're not coming in third or fourth or fifth. You're coming in number one.
Yeah, my first race ever, I placed third, and then my third and my second race, I placed first 2 times.
That's
Double-
super awesome.
Doubleheader.
So how's that feel coming across in first?
Feels good.
That's awesome. Seeing that checkered flag.
Yeah. Have to get a good time and have to get in front of people.
That's good.
This
Yeah.
man never told me that it wasn't just about time. It's about also like getting in front of people. And I
Yeah.
just noticed that on my last race.
Yeah.
So
I
what do you mean by that? Getting in front of people?
Like, because I thought it was just all time, like the best laps. But he said you have to like get in front of people and
Well, like I was telling you, this is a learning experience for all of us because I'm not into it either. But so the first
you're
couple.
not since the first race you told me.
Oh, okay. Well, so you do a basically qualifying round, get your pole position, and whatnot, and then the final race. So you have 2 final heats, or they have a heat and then the final
Okay.
or main. And during that time, it's you just stay in front as well as you still want to get your best times, but you want to stay in front of everybody else. So it's actually a
Right.
race.
Okay.
So, but yeah, they have a qualifying round where you get your pole position that determines where you start in the pit and then just go.
So what's it like coming in out of the pit? Are you doing are you coming in doing switches like
You come in and then you go to the scale where you weigh your cart. Then someone might check it the first 2 final laps. And then you just go back to your trailer and chill until the next race. But you gotta listen for the next race.
how many races do you get during a weekend?
usually about 4, huh?
Races,
Yeah, where you're actually out on the track.
practices, or races.
Races
actual
during a
race.
race day.
Yeah, 2 main races. But you
Mm.
get a warm up in the morning,
You get
and then
2 warm ups.
2 warm ups, and then a qualifier, and then the heat, and then the main.
Okay.
That's cool.
So how long are the races?
Pretty much all day.
No, I mean like one race lasts how long?
So usually
About
in the mornings they do it by time when you're doing warm ups.
Okay.
And then they have, I think it's 11 laps for Junior 1 novice, which is the class he's in right now.
11 laps?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
yeah. So I think it's 11 laps for the final 2.
I don't think I'm gonna be in Junior 1 novice for much longer.
That's probably true.
Yeah. So what are the levels then?
So it goes Junior 1 novice, that's like beginner, then Junior 1, that's you could race in like
Up to age 13.
up to age 13.
Yep.
And there's a special weight limit to go to Junior 2. It's where you get like a little bit faster carts. And then there's senior and
I don't remember the other classes. So most of the classes are a 206cc 4-stroke engine. They do have a 100cc 2-stroke too.
Oh, wow.
I bet
And
that's fun.
those carts move.
oh, the
Yeah.
other one
But there's
is
a
2.
lot of maintenance in them. So
Oh yeah. If you've ever raced anything, there's a lot of maintenance. But
yeah,
truth
I'm finding that out.
weight limit. I guess I'm out on the weight limit thing. So my dreams of being a junior kart racer are done.
So yeah, their carts have to weigh 250 pounds.
Total
So
with driver
total
and
with the
everything?
driver in it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm out.
wow.
At
I'm
this
totally
at
out.
this level.
I'm out. Maybe
So,
if I
well,
sat on a
I am too.
skateboard.
Yeah. Yep. So, and then junior twos, you go up to I think 320 pounds with the cart. So, so right now we had to add how many pounds? We added what 30 pounds to your cart, I think, of
Wow.
weight. So,
Did you have to hit the 250?
yep, a
Oh.
minimum of 250.
Okay.
So that's the minimum. So
you
he can
need
be
to either eat
over
some donuts or
a lot of donuts. Well,
You have
if
to
you're
have-
still selling them,
That was a long
There
time
you go.
ago that I was selling donuts. So what you got? What else you got for
You have
us?
to have all this gear, gloves,
yeah.
neck protector. I just got a new chest protector and neck protector. This one
and a helmet.
stinks. Yeah, helmets.
What's a chest protector protecting you from
Like
little
if
rock
you-
chips flying up?
No, if you like ram into someone else, it
Mm.
sits right here. So
Mhm.
if you hit the steering wheel, it doesn't hurt as much.
Yeah.
And
Because there's no what
there's no what?
seatbelt that holds you.
Yeah, no,
in place.
there's yeah, you're wide open on a cart.
That's
At
super
like
fun.
other places, they wear a seatbelt, but you didn't have to wear all this gear.
That's cool.
I'd probably need all of it plus some foam wrap. Just wrap me up in bubble wrap.
Yeah, that's the way to go for sure.
I'll pop it all before you. wears it.
And if you know the rag company, you know that John needs that too, because John will roll forward of side by side like that. fast.
Let's do it together.
There's your shout out, John.
There's a shout out, John.
That's it, man.
Make sure you don't roll those side by side.
I think he's still got some scuff marks on his razor from that.
Oh, I'm
so.
sure he's got more than stuff. I rolled a
That-
63 Ford Falcon once, and that's a different story. It had a lot of scuff marks on the roof, and the guy's dad that owned the car still won't talk to me. So
I've never rolled a car, but I've Dukes a Hazard one.
yeah, I
ruined the front end of that car. So.
yep, I've done both. Dukes of Hazzard, rolled them.
Snap some leaf springs on a Jeep.
Mhm.
You can't
Both of
trust-
them right
you
into the
can't
ground.
Trust me. Because maybe I dream every once in a while of rolling a car, getting out, being perfectly fine, then just faint.
It scares you. It scares you. You're gonna need some new BVDs when you're done.
What is it about wanting to wreck? I mean, because I'm with you. I wouldn't mind like driving 180 miles an hour, rolling like 11 times, have it burst in flames, and walk out and go.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah,
I made it through it.
It's the whole walking out after you burst.
I think
into
it's the story later in life.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it
good
is.
stories.
Yeah.
There's some good
I
stories.
mean,
So do you want to be a professional racer, or is it you're not sure yet?
I don't know. I may be an IndyCar racer one day.
That'd be awesome.
I think tell them who raced out there. Stingray Rob.
Stingray Rob.
Yeah, Stingray Rob, who was just in the Indianapolis 500 a few weeks ago, 6
Mhm.
weeks ago. He actually has raced out at Kart Idaho and grew up in this area racing, and now
Wow.
he's doing Indy cars.
And
So
his brother Parker has taught me some
Yeah.
stuff.
That like what? So I mean, it's not just about going fast, right? There's
No.
technique. So let's talk about that.
He said you have to have soft hands. Like when you're turning, you don't want to turn like this. You want to turn like this.
Yeah.
Except I tried that when I tried that.
yeah.
I
You can tell 'em what
wrecked-
happened.
I wrecked in my
Tie rod end and
tire rod and my back tire. I rammed into like
ran into the barrier, and then Dad had to determine, how to fix it.
Wow.
So let's talk about that, right? This is not only a new experience for Kowen, but
Oh,
it's
no.
also a new experience for you.
Absolutely, it's
Yeah,
been an
especially-
expensive and yeah,
Oh
the
yeah.
brake rotor was the worst.
yep.
Yeah, racing is basically how fast you want to go is completely dependent on how much money you want to spend.
Absolutely.
It is an absolute, it is an equal proportion. That's what all for racing years and years. It's however fast you want to go, lay down the money.
Yep.
I want to give a shout out to my family and Kart Idaho, all the people, and Logan Becker.
Who's Logan Becker?
He's one of my good friends, and he came to watch me when he didn't necessarily have to. And
Cool.
I can
That
tell
was
you,
when I
would
was
like to
young.
come watch you.
I
I
think
would
that's some of the
love to
fun.
come watch you.
What you're gonna have to do if Jody goes out there though, because he's so little, He'll try to sneak in the cart. So as long as he hasn't
Yes, I
shaved his
would.
beard off, and you can still tell he's an old man, he won't be able to steal your cart because he'll steal it. We were at the Peterson Museum, and they had these midget carts.
I
They
would
were,
have
they were
loved.
shrunken down. They looked
Mario
like midget-
style.
Yeah, and he fits in it.
Yes, I do fit in it.
Yeah, he would definitely. He would be a little more like Wario, though.
Wario.
I think I'm Mario because I dressed up as him and I looked exactly like
You
him.
did.
That's awesome.
I would
Other
pay
than
money.
Luigi.
I would pay money to put him in a Peach costume and put him in your go-kart and have him run around
Yeah.
the track.
Peaches.
If anybody wants to fund that, I am definitely willing. I am down with that for sure.
Me and Logan, we did a beer mile. I
Were
was
you drinking
Wait,
beer every
this just
lap?
went south.
Whoa, Josh, what's this?
no.
Let's be a dinner in the adult
Let me
section
explain
of
the
the.
backstory.
Yes, please.
please, because we think your dad's, teaching you bad habits here.
I wasn't drinking beer. I was
Okay,
drinking
all right.
water. That's the only thing I drank.
gotcha.
I was dressed up as Mario running like a mile, and we got me and Logan got a medal, best couple, because he dressed up as Peach.
He had his sister's clothes and dressed up as Peach.
That's
But-
awesome.
So to
awesome.
go back to this beer mile thing a little bit. So every year we have some friends that put on this beer mile, and you have to chug a beer, then run a quarter mile, chug another beer, run a quarter mile. You do this, and a lot of the times people are throwing up.
Oh, yeah.
It just turns
Yeah,
into this big
sure.
event, but it's absolutely hilarious and it's a ton of fun. So every year they do famous couples was our one last year. So you have to dress up. We've done all kinds of 80s and all these different
That's fun.
dress up
Yeah,
stuff.
for
But
80s, I was like a soldier with an Optimus Prime mask with a gun.
yeah, he does some interesting stuff occasionally too.
Right.
But let's get back
We'd be thing 1 and thing 2.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Me and my brother were gonna do that.
That's awesome. Well, it sounds like you guys are having a lot of fun as a family doing this. I mean, so some of my favorite memories are, traveling around the country with my daughter, doing volleyball, going to cross country meets, going to basketball games, track meets. And I think that's one of the things that I really enjoyed about watching your posts is it really put me back with my kids. Right.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing that with you and your kids. And that's really why we work, right?
Oh, yeah.
We
That's-
want to be
it's the only
successful,
reason
but
we
it's all
work.
about family, right?
Yep.
Right. So that's how we're kind of relating this back to the RoadFS podcast and detailing is, you're involved in the detailing industry and thus you have to be because you're his kid. Sorry. So, but I think that's what's really cool about this is what Jody and you were just talking about is that this is what you do for a living is what you do to make money. And I've had this theory for a long time. I call it my bag of money theory. If you walked into 90% of the people in the world and you handed them a sack of unlimited money, they're not going to be working tomorrow. They're going to be enjoying their family. They're going to be kart racing. They're going to be out on the boat. They're going to be doing whatever it is they do. And so it's awesome to take the time to acknowledge and to just kind of think about other stuff besides what you can do in the detailing industry when you're in it, right? It's just go and have fun and do some stuff. And that's what's cool about this is you guys out there doing that. It's super fun. You're going to end up being a gearhead. That's fun. Later on, you'll have a car and you'll be like, how do I make my car go faster?
Yep. He's always been kind of into cars. So
In my first car, we used Subaru Impreza.
I don't know.
Oh, there
We'll
you
see.
go. Why not?
Man, you were up here.
Asking
Yeah.
for a like and
You were up
Hey,
here.
you know what? You can earn the money. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what my
Right.
dad told me.
That's what I had to buy my first car.
I
Yeah.
bought my first car, man. It was a 1965 Baja Bug, and man, I love that sucker.
1965 Buick Special.
There you go, man.
Yep. I had a
Those
19.
are some of the rarest cars now.
They're pretty rare. You
Pretty
can't
rare.
find them.
You can't find them like in Hyperstore.
I know.
There's only 7 of them made.
Those come
You're
with
gonna
a
have to
hefty
do-
price
You're gonna
tag.
have to get a big job for
Yeah.
that. You're gonna have to get sponsored by, I don't know, Ferrari.
Yeah, someone did.
The rag company.
So,
rag company.
so I have another question. So, with karting, do you travel the states or is it just here local?
You go to different tracks, but you don't like go out of the state, or you don't go to like Coeur d'Alene or that stuff.
Yeah, that's
So you can travel around. There's some kids that travel to different states and go and do all this stuff, but Right now, starting out with him, we're just staying local. They do have a new track that they're just getting ready, or they just opened in Emmett called Blue Valor, which has a drift track, a little NASCAR short lap track, and then a kart track as well. So it's pretty,
that's
pretty
fun.
cool. Jimmy from work's been out there and watched him do the drifting and said,
Yeah,
it's pretty
I
awesome.
got to do that.
Crazy car.
I got to do that in a Ferrari F430. So
Oh, nice.
it was super, super fun.
Here locally?
Yeah.
Out there?
I got an
Oh, okay.
autocross course, and I got to go out and take this. The driver, professional driver, was with me, and I got to go do the autocross course in an F4. It was either that or a Lamborghini, and I asked him which one. I said, I actually
Ferrari.
want to drive it, and he goes, well, the Lambo will drive itself. It's all-wheel drive. It's just, he goes, if you want to drive, do the Ferrari, because you actually have to drive that. It's a rear-wheel drive, and it was fun. And he asked me what I wanted to do, what my goal was, and I said I want to drift it. And he goes, well, if you can do that and you got the skills, then he goes, I would probably, as we're driving around the test lap, he's like, I would probably do it on this corner. And we did. And we went around, and as I'm drifting, and I'm thinking, I'm driving this guy's $250,000 car, and he's like, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm just laying into this corner, and
Well, it's real easy when it's somebody else's too.
it was super. He was nuts. He'd like, you go around the corner, and he'd go, I'd stand on it right now. And I mean, when he said stand on it, you just laid
Just
into it.
mashed
Yeah,
it.
That's
super. I
fun.
highly recommend picking up a Ferrari for at least a day and running the crap out of it. So
Yeah, Rob was pretty excited that Monday when he came
Oh,
to
sure.
the office. He said, Jody, check this out. Showing me all the videos and stuff. So.
yeah, they have a GoPro in the car on you, and then they have several on the track, and my kids were videoing it as well. So I have a lot of different pictures of it and everything. But yeah, you can get you can pay extra. You pay insurance if you think you're going to hurt something. So I paid extra insurance for the tires and the wheels. And that's why he asked me what I planned on doing. Because I was like, if I blow a tire off of a rim, so
That's
Oh,
fun.
they're cheap though, right?
Yeah.
Be 10 grand
I mean,
into a wheel alone.
You're into go-karts. You know how expensive that is. You can only imagine what it is.
Oh,
for a
yeah.
Ferrari,
it's
so.
it's
Right.
infinitely more expensive. Everything is more expensive. Any cars, like I have a bunch of toys, and my cars are just, everything comes in tens of thousands of dollar price tags. So
Yes, Kowen, you're itching to say something. Share it.
I know my first car,
What's that?
What's that?
Lamborghini
Yeah.
Aventador.
Your first car. I'd like
there
to
you go.
see that.
I would love to see your first car.
I wouldn't like to see it. I don't want any part of
Hey,
it.
my car's now your car.
The rag
Honey, your
company's
car's
gonna
not
have
my
to
car.
really put out a lot of sponsorship dollars for that.
Well, actually, what'll happen is on his birthday, his 16th birthday, there'll be a little Lamborghini Aventador.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, a little,
That's awesome.
16th
So-
scale, something real small.
I'm gonna go outside and just like jump in my new car.
That's right.
That's awesome. Well, man, we want to thank you for being our guest. So we understand that you're a future up and coming YouTuber. So he's like, I gotta have this footage. I gotta get a camera. I gotta get a mic, Dad. So you have big plans of racing and being a YouTuber. So
And I also want to be a VR YouTuber.
oh.
Except my dad won't let me buy the app. It's free. It's free. pretty much.
Well, you
Dad's the
gotta
bad
just-
guy,
There's
Always,
nothing like
always.
there's
The
nothing
dads are
like
always the
great
bad guys.
family dynamic,
You
man.
won't
I
let
mean,
me
and that's
sign
what's
into the
awesome.
app.
You always got to have a bad guy.
That's
and we are
awesome.
always glad to be that. So please go out to Facebook, YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can see more awesome guests like Kowen and Josh and other people within the industry. We're glad we're doing something that is off the beaten path, that is not your typical
No, this is fun.
interview with someone from the rag company. Even though you guys won't let him on the podcast, he was fine. He was totally well
Yeah,
behaved.
he was
He-
great.
He was potty trained. He was well behaved. He didn't break anything. I mean, come on, guys.
I
Come
mean,
on, Dane.
how do you not
Levi.
have?
I am a
Josh
little
Petro?
disappointed that I've never been invited, to be honest.
Like,
But,
wow,
it is what it
man.
is.
Well, we're honored that you're on our podcast. I
A lot of
dude,
firsts going on here.
Lot of
First time
I
on
did
a
my first
podcast.
live in Auto Mechanica. So,
that's
There you go.
super awesome.
yeah, pretty
So,
crazy.
So tune in next week. We will be live. Air Force One. We will be jumping on where I've heard rumors that, well, I started it, that we're going to be jumping on and costing the Detail Solutions podcast. So we'll probably jump on theirs and they'll jump on ours, and it'll be kind of a a podcast 2 for all.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be super fun.
So we will check you guys same time, same bad channel next week. Do you have any last things you want to share, Kowen? You can give a shout out to whoever you want.
Subscribe to Caves the Graves VR.
Say that again.
Caves the Graves VR.
All right,
There
I
you
love
go.
I'll
that.
be posting new content.
That's right.
That's
Caves the Graves.
super
'Cause I'm
awesome.
gonna make this guy.
I love your tenacity, man. It's like I'm gonna make him do it. So
Yeah, once
else-
he gets bigger than me, then we'll let that happen.
Or else I'll shoot you with my airsoft.
oh, that's awesome. So
All right,
I'm
guys.
really liking your kid, man. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll check you in Seattle next week.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Ah.